Hi everyone, we have already covered this part of your second module, fuel injection, SI engine fuel injection system and SI engine combustion stages. And in last lecture we have discussed about this battery ignition system, how the spark is developed when we pass. We know that there is a battery through, we use this battery which is of 12 to 24 volt, and we require a spark plug in order to burn this fuel in the combustion chamber, and the voltage of this spark is around 1200 to 25,000 volt. Means we need to multiply this volt into 1200 to 25,000 volt, and for that I require a circuit which is attached in between, and this circuit will be having number of components, and that is called as ignition system. So for that we have discussed battery ignition system. See, I already discussed this battery, the voltage or current from battery is passed to this ignition switch to the primary winding, and to this primary winding it is transferred to the contact breaker circuit. This is the contact breaker circuit, right? So the flow of current in this way, but here when there is no any contact in between this contact breaker point, this circuit will be disturbed. So the current intensity will be dropped, and we know that when the current is flowing in this primary wires or primary circuits, then obviously when the current will move, and if you place any conductive material in between, then definitely magnetic field will be generated or flux lines will be generated. So this is the simple or basic principle. And when due to this contact breaker points continuous contact is made and contact is broken, due to that these lines will collapse, and again these lines will be produces. Due to this, basically a very high voltage or high current will be developed in these secondary windings. Means always this primary windings, in a primary winding current or voltage intensity is very low, and in secondary this can be called a secondary circuit which operates with very high voltage. So primary voltage is not capable of producing spark, but when in this, due to this capacitor, when this capacitor is full, this current will be reversed and this will be passed to this secondary windings, where you will find number of terms of secondary windings are more, then it is again passed to the distributor, and through distributor it is again connected to this spark plugs, and in this way we get a spark. So the function we have already discussed, it produces 30,000 whole spark across spark plug. It can produce 30,000. See, if we compared this battery ignition system or magnetic ignition system, then the spark intensity throughout the operation will not remain same. It changes according to the speed, and we'll discuss that which system is better. If the speed of vehicle is increases, then battery ignition system is better, or magneto ignition system is better, or in which system we get better intensity of spark. It distributes high voltage spark to each spark plug. Timing is again very important. Timing times the spark so it occurs as piston is nearing top dead center. So spark timing is again very important, so it should be very, due to with electronic ignition system it is possible to vary the spark timings with the help of load, speed and other conditions, and due to that basically in many advanced vehicles you will find that electronic ignition system is used rather using battery ignition system or magneto ignition system. So these are the basic components we have discussed: battery, ignition switch, ignition coil, switching device, spark plug and ignition system wires. So basic ignition system we already discussed. This is a ignition coil. It works as a transformer. There are basically two sets. First is primary winding, and this is a primary winding, and second is secondary winding. So basically secondary winding is having more number of turns, and iron core which is placed in central position, and it produces magnetic field. Now we'll go on discussing about this magneto-ignition system. It is again very simple to understand. See, we'll start with this cam. This cam is operated by the engine, or this cam will be rotated with the help of engine. Now we'll see this permanent magnet is used, and you'll be observe, see this permanent magnet is used, and as a result of it, magnetic, obviously magnet is used, so magnetic field is there, and flux lines will be there. So you'll find this types of flux lines, and when we increase the speed of the engine, or at the starting when we try to move the piston or rotate the crank, these flux lines will be collapsed or broken with the help of this rod. See, as this is the horizon, when the position is horizontal, then only this flux will flow through this magnet. But when this cam, this end of the cam will be rotated and which is placed vertically, then what will happen? These magnetic lines will be collapsed or will be broken, and due to that the flux line will not flow in this magnet. Means generating and collapsing the flux line develops current in this primary winding, and this is the basic principle that you have to understand. When we rotate, or as the speed will increase, that definitely this percentage or this frequency will increase, frequency of breaking this flux lines, and due to that very high voltage will be developed. So this is unlike, so this is the major difference in between battery ignition system and magneto ignition system. I just repeat. See, when this cam will be rotated, this flux line will be broken, and when the speed of this cam will increase, the frequency of breaking these lines will increase, and due to that, as soon as, see, as far as this frequency will increase, definitely a very high voltage will be generated. Means at higher speeds of vehicles will be getting higher voltage. But in case of battery ignition system, in case of higher speeds of vehicle, what will happen? The time, see, the current which is flowing, the intensity of current which is flowing remains same. Here we'll find when the speed will increase, the current intensity or very high voltage will be developed in the primary circuit or primary windings, whereas in battery ignition system the same current, same intensity will be flowing, and when this capacitor will be charged fully, then the current direction will be reversed. But this is not the case. The time here is also, you will find condenser is used, but as a very high voltage or high intensity current will be coming from this primary circuit, this condenser will be charged fast. Means increase the speed will charges this condenser very fast, unlike battery ignition system. In battery ignition system, when the speed is increased, the time taken by the condenser to charge is very less, and condenser could not be fully charged. Means at higher speed will not get powerful sparks, but here when the speed will increase, we will get very powerful spark intensity. So here in magneto ignition system, see, you will only find that the coils will be replaced, or ignition coil will be replaced with this magnet and this primary and secondary coil. That's it. So now we'll discuss working of this magneto ignition system. So as we have already discussed, when these flux lines will be collapsed with the help of this cam, then the current and voltage current will be developed in this primary winding, and this current from this primary winding will pass through both these sides. See, this current and voltage will be passed here also, in distributor also, but this intensity or voltage intensity is not capable of producing a spark, and hence this current will be passed on this side. This is passed, this will be passed to this part, and when this contact breaker points or these points are in contact, so this current will be passed in or the circuit will be completed. This current will be passed in this way and the circuit will be completed. But now when these contact breaker points are not closed, so this will be done with the help of this cam. When this cam will be rotated, this shaft will be pressed, and there you will find here a contact is broken. So in this case what will happen, the current, even though current will pass here, but it will not be passed to this end and the circuit will not complete. So this current will pass to the condenser, and this condenser will charged, and when this condenser will fully charged, then what will happen, this current direction will be reversed. Means now the current is flowing from this side, but when this condenser will be fully charged, the voltage and current which will be more than what is coming from this side, and due to that the current will be reversed and which will be flowing in this direction, and this current will be again passed to these primary windings, and which will pass to these secondary windings, and due to this continuous movements of connecting and breaking these contacts, and due to this generating and collapsing the magnetic field or breaking the flux lines, a very high voltage will be generated in this secondary coil, or this high voltage will be passed to the secondary coils, and through these secondary coils it is again passed to the distributor, and this current or this voltage is capable of producing spark, and we have already discussed this part. When see, you will find two metal electrodes, one electrode is mounted here and one is mounted here. So when this electrode come in front of each other, then this high voltage current will be passed to the spark plug, and then again when this rotate, this electrode will come in this position and the second engine will be fired. So accordingly the sparking will be taken place. So the only difference is here, if you compare with the battery ignition system, is this system ignition coil systems are replaced with this permanent magnet, but still you will find the primary and secondary windings are wounded in this magnet. So we know that the components of ignition system will remain same, but in electronic ignition system we'll find one extra component which is connected and which can be called as electronic ignition module. This is the component that is attached in case of this electronic ignition system. There are different types of electronic ignition system, maybe transistorized electronic ignition system or capacitive discharge electronic ignition system. So we'll now just discuss the construction and working principle of this electronic ignition system. So we know that here also you will find battery. We know that negative terminal is grounded and the positive terminal of this battery will be connected to the ignition switch. We may attach ignition switch here, and we make or on off will be done with the help of the key attached, and this connection is again given to this electronic ignition module. Means the current from this battery will be transferred to this electronic ignition module, where it is measured and it is again transferred to the coil section. This also we have discussed. Here you will find, as in case of battery ignition system, we'll using this coil. Here also you'll find the coil is used, and we know that we use basically a iron core which is mounted centrally, and this is again, see, we connect this to a primary coil. We'll find a primary coil which is attached or which is wounded here, and this primary coil is again, see, the supply is again given to this electronic ignition module. So I just repeat, from this positive terminal of battery, the current will be passed in this direction, where it is measured in the electronics ignition module, and through the electronic ignition module this is transferred to this coil, ignition coil or primary coil. This is a primary coil, and due to this primary coil, what will happen, see, this soft iron core is mounted inside, so the magnetic field will be generated, and this current will be again passed to this electronics ignition module, and again this electronic ignition module will be having connection to this armature coil. Will be having two connections to the armature coil. So here you will find the armature coil is placed inside in this way, and here we'll be having one point attached, can be called as pickup point. So see, this is armature, now you have to understand the direction. So as current is passed here in this, electronic ignition module, so it is passed to this armature, and here one metal electrode is attached. So see, the current is passed in the armature. Now what will happen, with the help of this pickup point, see, when this metal electrode and this metal electrode will come in front of each other, and then only current will be, see, for example, you can observe this condition. Now this metal electrode, there is a gap in between this armature and metal electrode, so this gap is detected by this pickup point, and the signals are sent to the electronic ignition module that the gap is detected, and the electronics ignition module will stop the current. So due to that, what will happen, the current is stopped and the magnetic field is collapsed or magnetic field is broken. Again, when this armature will rotate, this metal electrode will come in front with this metal electrode. Again the signals will be passed and current will be started, and again this magnetic field will be generated. Due to this principle, magnetic field continuously generate and collapse. Very high voltage will be generated in the secondary windings. We know that the primary windings and again the secondary windings are also there, where you will find number of turns are more as compared to primary winding, and this is the high voltage circuit which is actually capable of producing high voltage spark. So this principle is important principle why this high voltage spark is generated in these secondary windings, and this secondary windings is again connected to this distributor that we have already discussed. This is the distributor where the secondary windings are connected. Here also you will find different metal electrode, and these points are connected to this spark plug. This point is connected to the spark plug, and this is also connected to the spark plug. So when this metal electrode come in contact with this metal electrode, then the spark will be transferred to this cylinder or this spark plug. When this will rotate, this will come in contact with this spark will be, or voltage will be, high voltage will be transferred and sparking will be taken place. So this is the main function of electronic ignition module. It monitors the flow or percentage of flow of voltage and current, and definitely it also monitors the position. Again, there are some sensors will be attached which senses the position, or the output sensors will be again attached to the electronics ignition module, where you will be getting the intensity which actually will get at the output, and likewise the supply of this current will be varied. So according to the proper load and speed conditions, a proper spark will be developed and which is transferred, and definitely it is having the effect on the efficiency and power of that particular engine.